In this YouTube, I want to talk about lists and using them as accumulators, and in particular how you append to a list. And so to demonstrate that, let me define two lists here. L1. So that's a open and closed square bracket with nothing inside. So that's an empty list, and so I can I can use the len function, which we had in the previous YouTube. And if the len of a list is 0, it means the list is empty. So here you can see that that list is empty. Let me define a second empty list. And again, if I len that, there's no elements inside, and so the list has 0 length. And so let's say that we use, we'll put ints in L1. So I'm going to append some lists into L1. And so let me do this. Let me go L1 dot append 1. And so L1 now has 1 in it, and the len of L1 would be what? What would the len of L1 be? 1. And so let me put this in a loop for you. So let's say I did for num in range 4. L1 dot append of num. Alright, so I've put the L1.append into a for loop, and I'm traversing the implicit list for range of 4, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. And each time I go through the list, I append num in it. And so if I did an len of L1, what would be in there? What would result if I did that? How many elements would there be? I started with 1 before I went into the loop, and I'm adding an additional 4, and so I should have 5 elements in there. And those elements are what? What elements would be in L1? Well, I started with 1, and then I appended 0, 1, 2, and 3. I'm using this list as an accumulator of sorts, and I'm appending elements in with this append command method. And so look at the syntax of this. It's whatever list you want to add stuff into, append, that's the method, and then in this case a number gets appended in. And so let's say now we wanted to do the same thing with L2. We had L2, which is currently empty, but I wanted to append cat into that list. Then after appending cat into the list, the len of L2 would be what? What would that be? 1. And that would be because L2 contains cat. And so let's do the same kind of thing that we did for the first L1 list. Let's for animal in okay, so we'll go dog, tiger, fox, cat, L2 dot append animal. Similar kind of structure that I had up above here, except now this is a list of animals, and so I'm going to append an animal every time I go through. Alright, so if I did an len of L2, what would I get? How many animals would be in the list? 5. And they are cat, dog, tiger, fox, cat. Note that cat is in there twice. Now, this is a list of animals. Could I append an int to that list? Would it be okay? Does Python allow mixing of types, strings and ints in a list? Could I do lt dot append 17, for example? Would that work? Well, I don't get a syntax error. I'm going to move this up here so you guys can see it. I think I'm getting out of the video range here. All right, let's see what L2 has. Yes, 17 got appended, and so one of the powerful things about lists in Python is that you can mix data types. In this case, we have strings and ints mixed. You could put floats in there as well, and we'll have an occasion to do that in the future.